please welcome to the stage Rob, co-founder and CEO of SensorTransport.
Wow. Hello, DemoDay. My name is Rob Haney, and my company is SensorTransport. At SensorTransport, we are digitizing the delivery of global freight. Our platform combines mobile apps, IoT sensors, and back-end dashboards to seamlessly replace the current paper process, creating great efficiency and effectiveness for all. We connect global shippers with independent carriers in local markets so they can control the movement of goods across the global supply chain. We're in the market with 30 clients. We have 600 drivers, and we've completed 7,000 successful deliveries to date. We're actively raising $1 million so we can grow our company over a 12-month runway. The supply chain is called a chain because it has many links or handoffs from factory to port, from port to warehouse, from warehouse to store, and from store to door. Each of those connections is completed by a truck, and most of the time, that's a truck that's been sourced across a highly fragmented network of independent carriers working in local markets. And that's the problem. Because they're independent carriers, they're disconnected from the logistics systems that power global supply chains. And the problem manifests itself with operations. Where is my stuff? When's it going to arrive? Is my product damaged? Many goods are perishable, or they can be damaged by heat or cold. And then the most basic thing of all, is my product delivered? We call it the proof of delivery. And today, in 2019, the proof of delivery, most of the time, is still done with pen and paper. Here's an example from last month. $100 billion is lost across the global supply chain due to loss, pilferage, or product being damaged every year. At SensorTransport, we expect the digitization of delivery to lower operating expenses by at least 50% and recapture part of that $100 billion loss. Our solution is to extend existing logistics systems into the hands of the people that are actually doing the work. That anonymous driver who's disconnected could download an app on his smartphone, and now when he signs in securely, he's part of a connected network. That shipper who's worried about his product being damaged during delivery can add an IoT sensor at the factory, and now we can monitor the progress of that product all the way through the product journey, making sure that the quality control is uncompromised. And the solution brings control. A shipper can configure the solution to ensure that the information that he requires is captured in the delivery moment. Our customer, for example, Estee Lauder, has deployed this solution with their drivers, and now all the drivers are using the app to complete deliveries given the requirements that Estee Lauder configured. We've eliminated pen and paper. But these deliveries are not simple, they're complex. The driver has to capture a digital signature, he has to capture a picture of the product. If there's a problem, he needs to submit a damage report, and so the app helps the driver, it makes his job easier. And at the same time, they've added that IoT sensor at the factory. So all along the product's journey, at each handoff, we're reading that sensor, analyzing the data, and returning a pass or a fail. If the product got too hot, we can send a signal to the consignee, the receiver, or the shipper, and say, hey, this product needs to be inspected. All of this data, the digitized delivery from the app, the data from the sensor, is uploaded through the cloud to the real-time dashboard for review by Estee Lauder. The global supply chain is a monster market. If we just zoom into the North American logistics trucking market, we see it's a $700 billion market. Our initial focus is complex deliveries. If it's a complex delivery, our solution brings a lot of value. And we can motivate the truckers to also bring new value. They can participate in customer service, they can participate in white glove delivery, and they can read that sensor to make sure quality control is intact. We have 30 active customers, and among that group, we've attracted marquee accounts, including Estee Lauder and Estee's Final Mile. Estee Lauder, right, they're worried about their product getting too hot, so they use the sensor to make sure there was no damage during transit. And Estee Final Mile uses the app to control the delivery of appliances that were bought online and delivered to residences across the United States. And we're seeing the network effect. This is the true story of Houston Logistics, who signed up for the service, and they introduced us to Royal Trucking. Royal Trucking then is now using the service for all of their deliveries, and Houston and Royal work together to deliver loads for Abbott Labs. Abbott Labs is so impressed that they now get an automated notification whenever a truck is coming into their warehouse that they want to mandate it for all their deliveries. And this network effect is now moving the needle for MRR. Last month, we saw a 60% increase in MRR month over month, and that changed the trajectory of our forecast. It is our intent to pour gas on the network effect and continue to accelerate MRR all the way to our priced round. This is my awesome team. Everyone on my leadership team has more than 20 years of experience in global supply chain. And we are raising a $1 million round to allow us to focus on product market fit, enable sales and user adoption, and then pour gas on the monthly recurring revenue, all the way to that price round in Q2 of 2020. Thank you. I hope you'll stop by at our table just downstairs. We'll add you to our newsletter, and you can track us all the way to our price round. Thank you so much.